This right here is a ChatGPT ad, and most businesses are going to miss out on the next gold mine. Back in 2000 was the best time to start Google ads. 2007 was the best time for Facebook ads. And now in 2026, it's now or never to sign up and start using ChatGPT ads. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to sign up for the waitlist, what email to look out for to get approved and get access, how to make sure you install your pixels right, and how to set up ads so you actually get an ROI. Hey there, my name's Brad Smith, owner of Automation Links. I've been doing marketing for the last 10 years, worked with over 3,000 brands. I just share my screen, show you exactly how to do it for yourself. And if you ever need help setting up your ChatGPT ads, you can grab the link down below, reach out to my team so we can see if we can help. Hey, I need you to make sure you go get on the wait list. Go to ads.openai.com right here, and you can scroll down and see all the cool stuff that they offer. But the goal is you need to get signed up because it is a wait. It's not going to get access right away. So you're going to hit start now, and you're going to go add your ChatGPT login. You can either use your personal ChatGPT or your business ChatGPT. And if you don't have one yet, go ahead and create one. If you want the full ChatGPT system on how to actually create these ads properly, comment system down below. Somebody from my team will send you over our step checklist that breaks it down for you. Now back to this email. You're going to be looking for an email from OpenAI. It's going to confirm that you're on the wait list, but then hopefully in a week, 2-3 weeks, you're going to get an email that looks like this. Welcome to OpenAI Ads Manager Beta. And what you want to do is go ahead and check this out and click log into Ads Manager, and you're going to be right into the platform. The next is going to send you a verification to your phone that you just need to click on. You need to make sure you're signed into your ChatGPT account to get that approved. It's going to say, are you trying to sign into ChatGPT? Yes, it's me. And then it should load right here on the screen. We're approved. Welcome to Ads Manager Beta. This is good news. This means you're ready to start rocking and rolling. Welcome to the Ads Manager. It's going to tell us basically explore, or I can just go create a campaign. So it's going to say that I'm verified at the top, and just quickly looking at it, we're going to be able to go see the tools here, all of our history, all of our conversions. It's going to see our billing so we can set up our card on file, and then it's going to set up settings. Now, if you're new to my channel, this actually looks exactly like X Twitter ads. We run a lot of X and Twitter ads. We've got a playlist that you can check out if you're ever interested in setting those up. It looks very similar, almost like the same exact dashboard, which is kind of ironic here. So first things we want to look for are a few things. Tools. What kind of tools do they have? Are they going to allow us to set up pixels and tracking so we can even do retargeting? Billing. Are they going to allow us to make sure that we add more than one card on file? Are they going to accept Amex cards so we can get points back? That's something Meta is actually in the process of getting rid of now. And then users. Is it going to allow us to add agencies and other people's to our user account? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if I can add my investment company email here, and if it'll approve it, or if it needs to be the same domain. So look, it says it failed. So it doesn't look like I can add other users. I can only add people with my same domain, which is very interesting. How are agencies going to be able to manage their client accounts? See, before running ads, I always want to make sure that I have my conversion set up properly so I can do retargeting and I can actually track things. So we can see there's a data source and there's a conversion event here. So first things first is let's create a data source. Let's just see if there's any other options here. And we're going to go ahead and create that. So let's just call this website, and it's going to be for web, iOS, or Android if you're trying to market a mobile app. Going to click create next. Now what it's going to do is give us this data source, and it's going to say install the script in the head of your website towards the top. Add only 1 pixel per page. This is so we can actually do our tracking and our retargeting. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and we're going to head over to our website. When we go to our website, we like to build on Duda. Duda is the best for AI SEO, super fast, high rankings. If you are interested in getting a new website built, I recommend Duda. My affiliate links down below. We're going to click on more, and what you're going to look for in your sites is you're always going to look for head HTML. Now you can see we have our Google Tag Manager in here, and here's that head HTML. Depending on your type of site, these are going to be in different spots. You can always look for other YouTube videos to help you with that. What I'm going to go do is I recommend I even add it above my Tag Manager, which I'm not 100% sure on. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, adding too many lines of code to your website sometimes slows the website down. So my second option would be adding it to my Tag Manager. What Tag Manager is a place that's one piece of code you put in your site, but then you can add a bunch of code into the back end so it continues to load fast. We're going to put our Google ads here, our Meta ads here, and really all the different ad platforms, all those pixels here. So the first thing we want to do is triggers. And we need to go add a new trigger. And we're going to call this ChatGPT, and we're going to click on next. And what we're going to do is any window that's loaded, we're going to trigger this, all window loaded events. We're going to save that because this is going to be something you're going to choose on the next page. Then you're going to go to tags, and you're going to create a new tag. We're going to call it ChatGPT ads. We're going to say what type of tag, and this is going to be a custom HTML. We're going to paste that custom HTML in there that ChatGPT gave us. Now the trigger is that trigger we just made. So what we want to do is choose the trigger from ChatGPT ads with window loaded. And now you can see it's there. So now we're going to hit save. From there, everything's added, and we're going to hit submit. We're just going to go ahead and call it ChatGPT ads. So that way we know this is the old history that we put in. We're going to put in the title and the description. and we're going to publish. The next thing we want to do is once that's published is we're going to set up our conversion event. So we're going to create a conversion. And what I'm going to say is basically just a lead form. Now, if you're an e-commerce business, you're going to want to set this up for purchases. If you're a B2B type business, you just need contact forms. You're going to fill it out for that. If you're a SaaS company, you're going to do it for free trials and different things like that. Here's the dropdown: appointment scheduled, cart added, all this different information we can put in there. So for here, I'm going to say appointment scheduled. Yep, that's usually after somebody fills out a schedule form, they go to that. A lead created after they fill out a contact form, and then e-commerce is order. So I'm going to do lead created, and I'm going to say it's my website here. And it looks like it doesn't let me edit the conversion window. Usually a lot of these platforms let you do 14 days. Okay, now my conversion event has loaded. This should come back. When I come back, I should be able to see how many people have been on the website from ChatGPT and how many people have converted once I start running ads. From there, let's go to billing. And the next thing we need to do is add a card file so we can set up that billing profile. I'm going to blur this out so you can't see my credit card information. But from here, I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, and I'm going to make sure that all the correct information is here. Now that all my card information has been saved, I can go ahead and save this, and it should be able to update. So then I can start creating my campaign. My billing set up. So the next thing I want to go do is I'm just going to look through a few of these. We're going to see overview, my billing activity, and any billing documents for invoicing. So let's go create a campaign. I know you've been waiting to get to this part. So what we're going to look at is there's campaigns, ad groups, and ads. This is pretty much the same across Google and Meta and X as well. So I'm going to create a campaign, and let's see what it looks like. It looks like it lets me name it. So I'm going to call this, what we do is we call it top of funnel. So new audience. Top of funnel is somebody that's never heard of you before. This is usually the first type of ad we recommend automation links you set up. The next ones are middle of funnel and bottom of funnel to retarget people and build that relationship. So look, it looks like I can do reach and it can do clicks, but I can't do conversions events. So it'd be great if you subscribe to my channel, and when it does come out with conversion events, I'll make a new video and send it over to you. So I want clicks or reach. Do I want more people to see my ad, or do I want more people to click on my ad? I'm going to choose clicks. Now, a lot of times we say reach to show to as many people as possible, but I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. I can do a total campaign budget. Let's say I only want to spend $100 over the next week. I could do that, or a daily budget. We usually do daily budgets. Let's see if there's a minimum. It says that it doesn't have to be a minimum, but your budget type is set when the campaign is created and can't be changed later. You can change your budget amount at any time. So it has to be either daily or a campaign. That can't change. Conversion event. I'm going to go ahead and choose that conversion event. That's why I told you to create it first, a lead form. And when does that start? I want it to start today, and an end date if you want to add that. From here, what's the ad group called? So the first is the campaign. The second is the ad group. So we can have one campaign with multiple different ad groups. Maybe we want to market our CRM, but we want to target different audiences, different locations, and different keywords with 3 different ad groups under our CRM campaign. That would be an example here. So I'm going to say top of funnel, ad set, ad group. What's our cost per click bid? So it's recommending 3 there. Set a maximum amount you'll pay for each click. Higher bid will win more auctions. So if I put $30 in here, strong delivery, and I'm very competitive for this ad group. If I put 1, other people are going to be competing against me and probably show up above me. So it's saying that 3 is probably good and 2 may not deliver. So let's say 3 just to play it safe. I'm going to see if we can do a number in there. It will let me do 250, but it still says may not deliver. So it looks like it recommends 3. My website URL is going to be automationlinks.com, and then context hints. Describe the conversations, topics, or keywords where your products or services may be relevant. These hints guide matching, but aren't exact match target rules. So we're basically just giving a hint of what I want to show up. So this is what I would do. I would take a snapshot of this, and I would actually head over to ChatGPT or your favorite AI platform, and I would say, given what you know, basically tell me exactly what you think I should put here for my type of company, what you know about me, how we advise in helping CRMs and service firms and getting more leads through advertising and CRM. What should I actually put there? ChatGPT should know this and hopefully give us a really good result. It's saying that I should also separate this by different ad groups. So it's saying I should put this message in here if I want to target SaaS founders, specifically service businesses, or focusing on retargeting. So this one, I want to target SaaS founders. So I'm going to go ahead and make this all about them for my ad group 1. And I should say SaaS group 1. Now I know that I can go create more ad groups to actually target different types of people. All right, so now it's going to let me preview and actually create my ad. So I'm going to say SaaS ad 1, and this is where I want to specifically target a SaaS founder, software as a service, that's what it stands for, to be known about automation links and how we help with ads, which we're doing here. SaaS ad, here's my website URL. Let's see if it'll let them send to my landing page. So I have a landing page. And what I want to do is send people to a landing page instead of my homepage. Usually we see sending people to a high converting landing page converts 13% more than just sending them to your homepage. So that's a key. You want to have a landing page. If you need our help creating a high converting landing page that is proven to work at 13%, make sure you grab that link down below. My team will build you a custom landing page to convert higher. Especially for ChatGPT ads, you need to be strategic about this. All right, so what's our headline? So let's do the same thing. Let's actually go over, let's take a snapshot of this, and let's go ask it what we should do in this situation. So I'm gonna tell ChatGPT, reference this for those SaaS founders, become an expert copywriter, and let's guess and let's find out what would actually capture their attention in a ChatGPT ad. This is important because you don't want to waste money on ads. You want to make sure you target the right people and say the right thing to get the conversion to actually get to the page and get them to convert to a lead. So it's going to actually help me fill this out based on my snapshot. So overall version, and it's going to say turn SaaS leads into demos. That's good. I like that. A lot of people, when I talk to them, they say that they want this exact thing. They want more conversions, of course. Then we have the description. Now this is what it's going to look like over here. So preview creative, automation links sponsored, turn SaaS leads into demos, automation links help, blah, blah, blah. So it is saying that copy may be truncated in some placements. That means it's going to be longer or smaller based on the device the person's using. Then we need a high converting image that actually makes sense. It looks like this should be a square image. So that's what I'm going to suggest we upload here. I went ahead and added this image. Now for me, I have a personal brand. So in order to build that better relationship with people, I can put a demo image of me using a software and signing up for a demo with my personal brand. If you don't have a personal brand yet, then you're going to want to do just a business style image that's going to give them a slight preview of what to expect if they click. If you're an e-commerce business, it's easy to do this. You're going to put your best product image in here, and it looks like it is saying at least 256 by 256, and it should be a square image. All right, next, let's review it. So it looks like I can just go ahead and create that campaign out of nowhere. My minimum budget's 5, which I'm surprised by. And what I want to do is test this for the next week. I want to launch this, see how many visitors, clicks, and views I get to see that overall performance. Then I can come back and I can go add more ad groups, more ads in there, and then I can start testing and see which gets me the lowest cost. Create campaign and let's rock and roll. Awesome. Now that we're launched, it's going to say it's not serving because it's in review. But the next thing you want to look for is how you're going to actually track this and prove results. So right here, you can see it lets me scroll left and right. It's going to give me the basic information from impressions, clicks, spend, cost per click. Some things I'm going to be looking for is what my cost per click is based on my spend, based on how many conversion. That's the true goal right there. From there, we can then filter and we can add filters on searches. We can then go and look at different metric trends like impressions, clicks, and costs. And then what I can do is actually go segment this based on device and country. Another thing I like to do is edit columns and see exactly what I can add here. So you can see that really the only other thing that I can add is creation date. Other ad platforms let me add or remove a lot of these. And then you can go ahead and organize this based on whatever you think is the most important. But it looks like that's going to be the most basic information there. Now, a lot of times these ad platforms have analytics and tracking. It looks like all they have here is view insights to see the metric trends. So once we start seeing these come through, then you're going to be able to see the trends as well. And what I recommend is creating a top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel to really get these people in here, see your site, and then start retargeting them once they allow that. It looks like they don't allow you to do retargeting yet, but hopefully someday they do once you have your pixels in place. So I hope this video brought you a ton of value. Feel free to go sign up for that waitlist so you can get started right away. And like I mentioned, if you need any help setting up, optimizing, and actually scaling your ChatGPT ads, make sure you reach out to my team on the link below. Our pros will set you up and make sure it's set up for success and improve ROI over the long run. I encourage you to continue watching my videos. If you'd like to subscribe to this playlist right here, and I'll label it ChatGPT ads so I can keep uploading, providing value. And if this video did help you at all in any way, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed right here. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. And if you stick with me to the end, I'm going to break down these 4 top things you should consider. Get on the waitlist, create your account, set up pixels and retargeting, and optimize your ads to get a proven ROI.